What's going on? Alright, let me turn this down some so you can hear what I'm saying. What's up, what's up? Alright, let me, I gotta get the chat up. I didn't even realize that wasn't up here. 1 second. I'll see you in a moment. There we go. Hey, there we go. Widget, what's going on? Gotta love a big red button. Were you able to get in? I only see Jester in here at the moment. What if I, like, reset buzzers? Does that do anything? Oh. I don't see you. I might have to fix this. Jesse, what's going on? How goes the black market? Yeah, for real. Pretty much running the show there in the, running the show in the Discord. Oh, man. But it's okay. We've been thinking of some things to maybe, like, be able to spend your gold on besides just trading cards and buying cards. So we'll see. You might have some other things that you can purpose that gold for. So yeah, we're gonna wait a few minutes, give some people some time to come in. Like I mentioned, this is more of just like a casual trivia. We're not gonna be doing anything crazy like last time, where you're gonna be the first one to buzz in or anything like that. Everyone's gonna have the opportunity to try and answer it, and the only benefit really is for yourself. The better you do, the more gold you get over in Satchemon. You're not really racing each other. However, we will give the top maybe 1 or 3 people something in the end. I was thinking that, you know, you'll still get something. Not nearly as much as last time for being top 3, but you'll get something. So, anyway, in the meantime, let's go look at the Discord. I saw Brian said that things have been fixed and updated. So let me swap over there real quick. Let's go this one. Yeah, there we go. Leaderboard. Supposedly this has been fixed also. I know a lot of time, or no, I think he said he's working on fixing this. That best card not showing sometimes. So we're working on that. I was talking about it the other night. I think it's like a time zone thing where I think when it populates, it's thinking one time zone, but then like the data sets, I have no idea what the issue with that is. That's way beyond my scope of things and knowledge. People joining in, welcome, welcome. We're going to start the trivia here shortly. Nice casual trivia. No pressure to be the fastest tonight, I promise. I love this community announcement for it. Oh, that's right, the Centurion Supreme. Let's see if, do we know if Discord has like a dragon emoji? Let's see. Ooh, yeah. We'll do both of them. Another one. Add a reaction. Be more. Dragon. Yeah, there we go. All right. I think it's fixed, but the timer's reset 30 minutes ago and no one's pulled. So, yeah. So, I guess, so that's at 8 p.m. EST, I guess, is when that resets, it sounds like. So, cool. But yeah, I love this. I love going through the colors. Make it so much easier to see who's doing what. We get to evaluate the trades, make sure no one's doing any wrongful underground stuff. I know that Jesse is currently running the underground market, but he's paying his taxes. Everything's legit. He's just kind of he's monopolized it a bit. So, but yeah, you can peruse through, see what everyone's trading, and just, you know, make sure everything's on the up and up and kind of see what people have and don't have. So, cool there. And then, of course, the acquisitions. And you can see what people are buying from the shop, which I think we've already looked at the shop. Let me see. So for those of you who don't know, you can type in /shop, and it shows you the shop itself and what's available to purchase. Robe of the Archmage. Yeah, I don't have the gold for any of this. Jesse, I need to borrow about 4,000 gold when you get a chance. I love the human reaction to the color red. I saw the revocation alert and thought, uh-oh. Yeah, that was kind of the point, honestly, because you're losing a title. So I thought that was like a bad thing. And I'll be honest, when I saw that either Dieter or Damon, I forget who it was earlier, that lost their role, that was my first thought. I was like, oh no, someone accidentally traded away a card that they needed. Oh, it's further down, not as high up. But I don't know if you saw their answer. This was this was collateral, right, Jesse? I think you're only holding on to this card until they get their gold back, and then you'll give them the card back. I love that. Hold their cards hostage. So, yeah. We're doing some fun stuff. Next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, Brian's in here. We'll see how confident he is on this. He can chime in. Hopefully next week we're going to have a pretty big event that's going to be kind of, everyone's going to be working together, I think, more involved with each other rather than really trying to race each other. So we've got a big plan for that. Now, hopefully it'll be ready by next week. It may not. We may have to wait another week depending. But either way, hopefully. Jess is going to start the center of the score. The center of... Honestly, not a bad... So, okay. You know what, Widget? Put a pin in that. That's not a bad idea. Put the... Oh my god, what do they call it? The factions. Maybe add some roles in there for different factions. Alright. The wheels are spinning here. Brian, also put a pin in that. I got an idea. Good evening, everyone. Horsemack, what's going on? What's going on? Congrats on your new title. The Centurion has arrived. So, all right. Well, we've got 7 people in here, so that's enough to at least get started. People can always chime in. It's not a super long trivia here, so nothing crazy. Now, did this still not work? Are people in... Have people clicked that link? I actually don't even see Jesse in here anymore. I'm afraid to reset it because I think once I reset it, I get rid of the room. Clear text entries. Huh. Yeah, let me know if you're in, because I'm not seeing anybody. Okay, I see Horseback. I also just clicked it, and it worked for me. I have a link pinned in the chat. Yours says you're in. All right, I'm going to... Oh, I see Carbon. Carbon, what's going on? How you doing? I think for those of you that are in here, I'm just going to get a new room made up real quick, just in case. Actually, what did that say? Okay, I see Jesse. Yeah, Horsemack's in, Carbon's in, Jesse is in. I'm not seeing Widget, even though you just saying you're in. So, for those of you that are here, I'm just gonna post a new link real quick. I should have copied this text when I typed it earlier. There we go. All right. It doesn't want me to play. Yeah, it knows who won last time. We're not having any more of that. All right, so I'm just gonna reset the room. You'll have to click the new link. All right. Control V. All right, and I will pin that. Okay. Yeah, try that one. Click that. Type in either your YouTube or your Discord name. That way, whenever I go to divvy out the gold, I know who is who. Okay, I'll see you now, Widget. You're in. You are in. I see Carbon. I see Widget. And then I'll explain kind of how this is going to work in a minute here. Yeah, there we go. I got 4 people in. I know one of them is my alt account, just so that way I can keep track of what it looks like from a viewer's standpoint. Make sure things are good there. And actually, let me make sure it's live. Okay, yep. So, for Brian may or may not be in. So, honestly, we can just get started with these. It's not a big deal. So, essentially, the way that we're going to run this here is I have 20 magic items, and we're going to go one by one. And so, when I pull up the first magic item, actually, I'll just show you the first slide. I'll come here and I'll show you the first one. So, this is what you're going to get every time we go to a new item. So, the first thing that you're going to see is what type of item it is. So, in this instance, it is a weapon. Now, don't answer it yet. Don't put in any answers. And I'll reset buzzers just in case. So, you only get one guess per item. So, once you lock in your answer's in until that magic item's done with. So, you want to make sure that you know what it is before you hit enter, or you can wing it and try to get a guess, because the earlier you do it, technically more points you'll get. So, what will happen next is I will reveal clue number 1, and I'll give you guys a little bit of time to submit your answer if you would like to. If you get it right on clue number 1, you get 10 points. And I have a points tracker here. You don't have to worry about any of that. But if you get it right, you will get 10 points. Then once I've, let everyone decide if they want to put in an answer or not, we'll go to clue 2, and then 3, and then 4. And each one you're going to get less points. And then clue 5 is a partial picture of the item. And then that's the last clue. So once we get to clue 5, then I'll reveal the correct answer, and we'll move on to the next one. And then again, I have all the points here. Let me just type in everyone's name so I have them real quick. So we have Carbon, Widget, Horsemac, Jesse, and all right. So we'll go ahead and get started with this one. Now remember, again, you only have one guess. So you feel free to put in your guess when you see clue 1, but it's up to you. So it requires attunement. So if you want to guess it on that, feel free, but I'll give it like 5 or 6 seconds here for you guys to decide if you want to do it on that one. Yeah, some of these, like the clue number 1s, are typically going to be like, if you want to go for it, you really got to wing it. All right, I don't see anyone popping in, so we're going to go on the next one. It has the two-handed property. Oh, yeah, what is 99% of magic weapons? Some of them don't, but you're right, it's very few. Has the two-handed property. So if you know your magic weapons, this one has the two-handed property. All right, I'm not seeing anyone locking in yet. No one wants to wing it. Is a martial ranged weapon. Is a martial ranged weapon. And 1 minute, I'm gonna go on to the next song here. This one's slow. What's up with that? This is supposed to be a World of Warcraft like playlist thing here. All right, Wages of War. We'll go with that one. I don't know what that one is. All right, we do have one locked in answer. All right, so we're gonna go to the next clue. Whispers swift defeat to my enemies. What weapon whispers swift defeat to my enemies? I feel like if you've had it before, like, that's the dead giveaway right there. Because you can also roleplay that one pretty good. All right, real quick, let me toss this in for 3. Okay. All right, no one else entering the last one. Oh, no. Oh, I showed the answer. I hit the wrong button by accident. Shoot. All right, well, it's okay. I'll give it to you if you saw the answer fast enough and can enter it and type in your answer. So while we wait a few more seconds, I think what I'm going to do for this one is I think I'm going to do, since it's only 20 questions, you could technically get, what, 200 points. So I was going to do probably 3 gold per answer that you get right. Technical, yeah, that was my fault. All right, I see another one coming in. All right. Oh, we got Dieter coming in. Dieter, I see that you just came in. I will give you a moment to type in the answer that you would like and hit enter if you would like to throw in a guess. Because I see you just tuned in here. So Horsemac at 1, Widget at 3. Oops, wrong one. Horsemac at 3, or Widget 3. Who else got it? Nimian 1. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the correct answer was the Oath Bow. So it has the two-handed property, and whenever you go to use it, it whispers swift defeat to my enemies. When I think it's it either says it when you're attacking the specific target, your sworn enemy or something like that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the few weapons that talk to you. But there are a lot of other sentient weapons, by the way. All right, the next one is a wondrous item. Wondrous items are one of the most common things, so we'll see if you want to guess this one on the first one or not. All right, and throw these here. All right, sorry, I'm just entering data real quick. Okay. Good. So, clue number 1. It is a common item. So, for those of you... Oh, reset the buzzers. Good call, good call. So, for those of you that don't know, there are not many common magic items that were printed in the original Dungeon Master's Guide, but there were a whole bunch added later on. Don't think I'll do great, though. I'm not familiar. Yeah, I tried to use some of the more common magic items, so hopefully a lot of you have at least seen these ones in-game. So, all right, no one's guessing on the common item. I get that. I get that. It was printed in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So, again, this one, I mean, there were a lot of common magic items that were printed in Xanathar's because they kind of used that as their way of catching up because they didn't have many to begin with. So I'm not seeing anyone type in live. Oh, Widget, did you hey, someone else? Oh, what is happening? Yeah, because someone else just left too. Who was that? Nimbian, did you leave on purpose? Or did you get kicked out? Try clicking the link again, Widget. Or just re-entering. I'll see if it gives you an issue. While people decide which common item they want to just guess. Alright, yeah, you're back in. I don't know if Brian left on purpose or not. Alright, we have an entry. Hold on, let me lock that in, because, I mean, if you get it right, that's a good bit of points coming in at clue number 2. Alright. So, the next clue, its weight never changes. Its weight never changes. Does anybody want to take a guess on its weight never changes? The buzzer should turn green. I don't think so. I think it locks in if you're like the first person to... Why did everything just reset? Carbon, you can put yours back in if you want. I see Jester typing. Yeah, it shouldn't turn green. All right, so let me throw you in number 3 here. All right. Yeah, you're good, Carbon. All right, next one. Uses an action to extend or retract it. Oh, I see Horse Max was at 4, I think. Yeah. Okay. And finally, a picture of it. So I see there's 2 people. I see someone's typing an answer now. All right. Got it. 5 there. And Widget going once, going twice. My buzzer's still great. Why is it? Oh. The rod of pole vaulting. Funny story about that, actually. Give me 1 second. Let me take this in. So, it looks like Dieter was the only one to get that right. Dieter. So this item was actually in the Dragons of Icespire Peak, the Essentials kit. And so that was one of the ones that I ever played, and I got this item, and I used it to pole vault into the second story of this house, and I didn't know it was in there. Apparently, it was literally a group of orcs. I had no idea. I assumed I was going around everything by going to the second floor. And the way it happened was, like, I pole vaulted up into the window, and they described it as, like, you know, I go prone, and I get up, and I look, and I'm basically, like, looking up at these 5 orcish faces staring down at me. So, yeah, it's just funny that you said, so his answer was the rod of pole vaulting, and I did actually use it to pole vault. All right, so looks like someone got kicked out there. I think Jesse. Yeah, I don't know why this is doing that. I was not having any issues when I was testing it the other night. Unless Jesse left on purpose, but... so, I'll just go to the next one, Jesse. If you come in, let me know. You can just click the link again. You should be able to click the link and join back in. Cloak of many fashions doesn't change weight. Gonna give partial credit. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Not because I'm a mean person, I promise. I've got the cards from that set in front of me. Nice. Alright, we've got another Wondrous item. Now, I'm assuming that no one's going to guess it off the Wondrous item, so we're going to go to clue number 1. It does not require attunement, and I know there are quite a few, so I will leave it here in case anyone wants to guess. No, I know you were joking, Horseback. I'll tell you later. So I'm assuming no one wants to guess on the does not require attunement. So we'll go to clue number 2. Always weighs 15 pounds. Always weighs 15 pounds. All right, I see we've got one entry. I don't see anyone else typing anything in. Although I see Dieter's backed out again for some reason. So, Dieter, let me know if you want to answer here. Otherwise, I'll go to clue number 3. I mean, I trust you. You can just tell me what clue you were going to answer if I... All right. Clue number 3. Can open a gate to the astral plane. This wondrous item does not require attunement. Always weighs 15 pounds. And can open a gate to the astral plane. Oh, I just keep switching. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if, Huh. I didn't know that would matter. I mean, I was switching windows. It wasn't... Interesting. Interesting. All right, I see one coming in here. Locking that in, Carvin. I like it. So, we got... here. And we got 3 here. All right. So, can hold up to 500 pounds. Can hold up to 500 pounds. Jesse, did you have that at 2 or 3? At clue number 2 or 3? And Dieter, I guess, because I see you typing it back in now. I think that I just get, I get a little biased because I have, like, all these monitors to work with. So maybe that's why it doesn't have an issue, because I'll have something open here and then it doesn't mess it up. All right. 2 for Jesse, 3 for Dieter. Gotcha. All right. And finally, a picture of it. I will say, it looks like a lot of people are getting this one right. I'm struggling. No worries, Garvin. I'm sure I would have issues with this too. I'm cheating. I know all the answers. All right, so yeah, Horsemack had it. Horsemack, did you have that at 3? Is that when I saw that come in? But yes, it was the bag of holding. Well done. Well done. Yeah, that one was a little easier. At 4. Okay. All right. So we have... I'm going to reset all the buzzers and clear text entries. All right. This magic item is a rod. This magic item is a rod. Clue number 1. It is an uncommon magic item. I see somebody typing in an answer already. I like it. I like it. I see 2 people typing in answers already. All right, let me throw that here, throw this here. Okay. It is my favorite magic item in the game. I know I've talked about it a few times on stream, in the Discord. It is my favorite magic item. Oh. All right, everyone's in. Everyone's in. Everyone got it. That was a layup. That was a layup. So the 2 people guessing on the very first one were Carbon and Dieter. Well done. Well done. Yeah, I love it. There is so much room for roleplay and insanity and madness with this item. So much. I have not seen the card drawn yet. I would have already been trying to trade for it. I think. But I mean, I may have missed it, but I tend to go through them, so. All right. Oh, actually, another funny story, by the way, about the immovable rod. I don't know if I want to refer to it. There was a creature in a campaign I was running that weighed a lot, right? And someone tried to get them to fall on the immovable rod to kind of like stab through them. And it was so funny because this was the one character in the book where they defined how much that monster weighed. And it was more than the 8,000 pounds that this did. So the monster just basically broke it out of space and just went straight through the floor. So that was fun. Is it an Ice Spire Peak? I did not get it in that. So that makes me sad because I would have loved to have that. All right. This magic item is a ring. This magic item is a ring. Does anyone want to take a guess with this magic item is a ring and it's a rare ring? Feel free. Feel free to take the guess. Just a quick score update, by the way. We have Carbon at 10. Having that on the first guess last time was big. So we've got Carbon at 10. We've got Widget at 15. Horsemack at 9. Jesse at 12. And Dieter at 15. Jesse, I do not see any answers from you. Carbon. Anyone just joining in, you can click the link I have pinned in the chat. It's giving us a little issues right now. It may drop you out. You'll have to re-enter just by clicking the link again. I don't know why it's doing that. I didn't have the issues before. But yeah, you just click that link. It'll bring you in, type in your name, and you can chime in if you think you know what it is. Yeah, I wish there was a way to answer. I was going to have you guys just type in the answers in the chat, but you'd be giving it away to everybody else, so I couldn't figure out a way to do that without using some kind of other program. All right. Requires attunement from any class. So right now, the 3 people I see, by the way, are Horsemack, Carbon, and Dieter. I do not see Widget and Jesse. So if you're in here, you may have to hit refresh or something. All right. I see we have one answer. I don't know if it's locked in, though. I see text. I don't think it's locked in yet. All right. And can turn martial classes into spellcasters. Yeah, the gremlins are strong tonight. Can turn martial classes into spellcasters. Oh, we've got an answer locked in. We've got an answer locked in. Oh, looks like we've got another one coming in. All right, let me lock that in here. All right. So we've got 2 answers locked in. Any creature can cast a spell into it. Any creature can cast a spell into it. Oh, we got another one coming in. All right. Interesting. Yeah, sorry about that, Jesse. I didn't know that would happen. That's kind of lame. There's always going to be an issue. Always going to be an issue, I'm telling you. And the final clue. So, Carbon, if you want to take a stab at it, totally up to you. Thought it on 3, but waited till 4 to lock. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that was the fun part about this trivia, I thought, was, you know, that just having the 1 clue is going to make you second guess even when you feel pretty confident. All right. All right, we have an answer locked in, and I see Jester coming in. Jester, you did get it. I know it looked like you were having issues. Feel free to type in what clue you had it at. Again, I trust you guys. It's not gonna break anything by you telling me what you got. So, all right. So, I'm wondering. You did, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm wondering if it might be easier. Would you guys find it easier to just send it in the Discord? If you want, you can just PM me in the Discord. I see you, Jester. And because I have that up too, so I'll see your answers there. So anyone that's in the Discord can use that if that's easier, and then anyone that wants to use this can still use this. So, all right. So the answer was the Ring of Spell Storing. So I had 4 people getting it right. And it looked like the earliest one was at number 3. Can turn martial classes into spellcasters. So the Ring of Spell Storing, someone can cast a spell into it, it absorbs that spell, and it allows anyone wearing it, so even non-spellcasters, to cast that single spell from it one time at whatever level that you put in. Up to 5, I think, is the max level. So, yeah, Ring of Spell Storing. I've never used one myself, but pretty interesting. All right, here we go. Number 6. This magic item is a staff, and it is a rare staff. So does anyone want to take a stab at what the rare staff is? And again, I have the Discord up and I have the buzzers up, so you can use either one. I'll see both. And I see people coming in, so if you're coming in and you want to join into the trivia, I have a link where you can pull up a buzzer. Or if you want to use the Discord, I have that up. You can PM me the answers as you guess what the item is. And we'll be giving away gold for... I'm keeping track of everyone's gold as you go on, or everyone's right answers and when you get the right answer. And you will get 3 gold per point that you get in this trivia over in the Satchemon. Can be wielded as a +2 quarterstaff. It's a rare staff that can be wielded as a +2 quarterstaff. All right. Still not seeing any answers over here. Or texting. All right. Requires attunement by a druid. Requires attunement by a druid. I see someone typing in. I see 2 typing in. 2 people typing. Someone locked it in. All right, so let me go ahead and lock you in there. All right. Can be planted into the earth. This staff can be planted into the earth. All right, the other person that was typing has locked it in now at at number 2 there. Or at clue 4, I'm sorry. All right. Oh. Right here. Oops. All right. And shoot, come on. All right. And the last one is a picture. Sounds cool. Don't know this one. Carbon, I'll be honest. Even if your answers are right, I'm enjoying getting them. All right. The answer is Staff of the Woodlands. So yeah, you can plant this in and it turns into a tree. You can also cast several druid spells from it, if I remember correctly. Like, I think you can speak with animals, or speak with plants. I can't remember. Something like that. But yeah, you can cast a couple druid spells from it, and it does some other stuff, besides the fact that it's a +2 quarterstaff. So, pretty cool item. Pretty cool item. All right. So, put that here. All right, number 7. This magic item is a wondrous item, and it is uncommon. It is an uncommon wondrous item. All right. Yeah, it is very niche. I will say that. That is an appropriate word to use for it. All right. Clue number 2 requires attunement by any class. So it's an uncommon item that requires attunement from anyone. So probably not going to get much there, but I always will allow you to guess if you would like. It is a polished agate. Agate, however you say that word. Polished agate. Pretty OP item, in my honest opinion. All right, no one typing in, though. No one typing in. All right. Oh. I got one person typing in. All right. And clue number 4. +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws. Gives you a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws. We got an answer locked in. Answer locked in. Another one coming in. And locked in. All right, got it. And here is a picture of it. All right, we've got 2 more people. 2 more people. Any guesses before I reveal the answer? All right. It is the Stone of Good Luck. Widget, I saw you get it there at the last second. I will take it. Unless my thing's super delayed. Oh no, we're good. It's not. We're good. All right. So yeah, Stone of Good Luck. Basically, you just attune to it, and you have +1 to all of your ability checks and saving throws. Why would you not attune to it? So we have yes, yes, and yes. Okay. All right, we've got another wondrous item. This one being very rare. Oh, let me clear everything. All right, another wondrous item. This one's very rare. Clue number 2. Can increase your intelligence score by 2. This wondrous, very rare item can increase your intelligence score by 2. All right, I don't see anyone typing in yet. All right. Oh. We've got one answer coming in. Just giving it a second to see if it's locked in. It is locked in. All right. 1 second. Let me mark that down. Locked in. All right. Next clue. It is a book. This rare, wondrous item is a book. It can increase your intelligence score by 2, and it is very rare. Not seeing any other texts coming in. Going once, going twice. Must spend 48 hours reading over a period of 6 days. Oh, we got another one coming in. Got another one. Where are we at? Right here. Locked in. Oh, there they are. Here come the ants. Carbon, I love it. I love it. All right. And here's a picture of it, but it looks like everyone has answered. The correct answer is Tome of Clear Thoughts. Jester had that at clue number 2. Locked in. Confident. I love it. Well done. All right. Magic item number 9. So we've got another wondrous item. As I mentioned, there are a million wondrous items, so just used it. Nice. Nice. The benefit is that it also increases your max. So it's wild. Now, you do have to commit to the 6 days if you've got it, but all depends on how your DM wants to run it. All right, so we've got our first legendary wondrous item. So that narrows it down, to be fair. There's still quite a few, but it narrows it down. Clue number 2, it does not require attunement. This magic item is a wondrous item. It is legendary, and it does not require attunement. Okay. I don't see anybody put... I do like to see who puts the texts in just to, like if you have an idea, but you don't submit it yet. I like seeing what people's ideas are. Carbon continues to do it. I love it. I love all the answers popping. Is a viscous, milky white substance. I see someone typing something. Give it a moment to see if they lock this in. All right. Not locked in yet. Oh, it was locked in. It was locked in. All right. Permanently bonds 2 objects together. Oh, we had 2 locked in. I'm sorry. We had 2 locked in at clue 3. I think. Widget, were you locked in at 3? I locked on the wrong one. If it makes you feel any better, Widget, you both did. The 2 people that locked their answers in. Let's see. Jester locked in at 4. Carbon, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'll say you locked that one in at 4 and nothing there. So, Jester did get it right. It was the Sovereign Glue. Dieter, I'm going to give it to you as well. So, Widget and Horsemack unfortunately picked the wrong one. The answer to the glue is the universal solvent, which is the only thing that can, besides a wish spell and oil of etherealness, maybe? I forget what the 3 things are, but I know that universal solvent is the one that can unbond the glue. All right. Clearing text entries, resetting buzzers. We have a wand that requires attunement by any class. This magic item is a wand requiring attunement from any class. Just another score update while we're on number 9. We have Carbon with 14 points, Widget with 23, Horsemack with 17, Jesse 27, and Dieter with 22. All right, I don't see anybody locking in any answers right now. I do see that Widget has had to drop out again. So, Widget, let me know if you were trying to guess at number 1. No big deal. Can be wielded as a +3 magic mace. So this is a wand that requires attunement from any class that can be wielded as a +3 magic mace. Give it a couple seconds, see if anybody's typing. All right. It is a sentient weapon. Or item, sorry, not weapon. It is a sentient item. Looks like this one might be stumping some people here. I see someone typing. So far, all I see is the word wand. I don't know if you've only just typed. Okay, it's coming in. It's coming in. Okay, we've got one locked in answer. I'll give it another couple seconds. I see someone else typing. I see someone else has also typed, but has not submitted. So I'm just making sure they don't want to submit. All right. Belongs to a demon lord. Belongs to a demon lord. Brian, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Feel free to tune in. You can click the link in that pinned message and you can go get a buzzer and type in your answer if you want. Dieter, it looks like you locked in at 4. You can correct me if I'm wrong because it might have just caught up. Looks like you locked in at 4. Horsemac had it in at 3, I think. Yeah, it was at 3. Jester just locked it in at 4, I believe. And Widget just locked in at 4. I have a Satchemon card. I wish. And here is the image. Brian, I see you just joined in. Feel free to type in your answer. I'll wait a moment if you'd like. Same Carbon. I haven't seen any of your fun entries this time. All right. Going once, going twice. It is the Wand of Orcus. So the 4 entries that I have were all correct. Oops, and I typed in wrong. All right. Number 11, we have clear entries, clear. All right. A wondrous item that is uncommon. That was Orcus. Carbon, I got you for being right at number 5 for the last one. I see you typing. All right. Can cast a single spell. So this is a wondrous item. It is uncommon. And it can cast a single spell. And what I mean by that, I believe, is that it can only cast that spell one time. Not just that it only has access to one spell. But I can't remember. So don't base your answer off of that. Okay, I was wrong. No, you can use it as many times as you want. But it only knows one spell. Has a 20% chance of breaking each use. So every time you use it, you roll a percentile, and you have a 20%... Nice answer, Carmen. You have a 20% chance of it breaking every time. All right. Can disperse gases and extinguish fire. I'm blank. Brian, if you're having issues with the thing, I know they were saying that it has issues when you switch back and forth between the two. You can probably just refresh the link. You might just have to type your name in again. You can also, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, Brian, but you can type your answer in there. I have that up. So if that's easier, you can type your answer. You can private message me the answer if you want. Immediate 180 Carbon. All right. So I'm not seeing anyone else type any answers in. So this one might have stumped quite a few people. And an image of it. clue number 5. No clue, Dieter. I immediately, with the picture, see 3 people typing in. Nice. Yeah, so Carbon... Carbon's answer was Unstable Wand of Fireball. It's been amazing answers so far. But Unstable Wand of Fireball, and then that like finished right as I said, can extinguish fire. So most, actually everyone there got it on 5. Yes. Oh, I should have locked that one in. Okay, got it. All right. So yes, it was the Wind Fan. You can cast the, I think it's called Gust of Wind spell from this. So yeah, when I said it can only cast a spell 1 time, I think that's another item that's coming up. So it's a little bit of foreshadowing, but yeah. All right. Oh, number 12, wondrous item that weighs between 1/2 and 3.5 pounds. Clear text, reset buzzers. All right. This magic item is a wondrous item that weighs between 1/2 and 3.5 pounds. Turn this up. All right. So I don't see anybody typing in yet. By the way, I'm not going to pretend like I would have all of these. I was looking at the book when I was doing these. So. Has 3d4 uses. Weighs between 1/2 and 3.5 pounds. And has 3d4 uses. I will say this one is up there as like a contender for one of my favorite magic items. I see one person typing in. I'll give it a minute to see if that answer's locked in. It was locked in. Hold on, let me put that at number 2 real quick. Yeah, I need to freeze this. Okay. So we have a lock in here at 2. Anyone else? Anyone else? Nope. Okay. Contains magical fruit. Contains magical fruit. Give it a minute, see if anybody types in on that one. All right, I don't see anyone typing. Going once, going twice. Oh, got somebody typing. And I see Widget dropped out, so Widget, let me know when you come back in what clue you would have typed in at. Can summon mummy lords and boulettes. Yeah. Carbon, you should just design magic items. We got an answer coming in. In all honesty, Widget, if you don't, I'll tell everyone in a second what it is. If you don't homebrew that, you're missing out. And finally, the picture. Dieter coming in at the last one there and getting it correct. This was the bag of beans. And so we have answers from Carbon being Healing Cornucopia, which I love. And we have DJ Widget coming in with Mordenkainen's Magnificent Trail Mix, which you could totally homebrew this to be trail mix. You'd probably have a lot more planting things going on, but... All right, everything's cleared. Item number 13. We have another wondrous item. Requires attunement, any class. LOL, I want the trail mix. I like the trail mix answer. Like, I guess, like, I'm just picturing, like, you plant a raisin here, you plant a peanut here, you plant an M&M here, and, like, each one of those has their own subset of things that could happen. So, like, it's not even just beans that has all the same options. Like, they each have their own options. All right. So I don't foresee anyone cluing in on clue number 1. I don't even see anyone typing, so we'll go to the next one. It is a pair of boots. It is a pair of boots. Now, something to note, and I mean, I wouldn't know this anyway, but I'm just noting it for fun. So it is a wondrous item, but there is also a boots subset of items. So this is one of the few sets of boots that wasn't considered boots for some reason, but was still considered a wondrous item. It's all fun and games till the barbarian eats a handful. Oh, we got a couple answers locked in. All right, let me put that here and put that here. Carbon, I don't think there's any way that you're wrong. They are snug and feel quite warm. That's an exact description, by the way, straight from the item. Snug and feel quite warm. I see another typing coming in. 2 coming in. 3 and 3. Gave pattern my players a few months ago. Yeah, I actually haven't used these yet. Honestly, they're a little OP, depending on where your where your campaign setting is. Because locked on 3, got it. I got you, Widget. Gives resistance to cold damage. But it looks like that is everybody locked in. All right, and Widget, you were correct. So yes, this is the Boots of the Winterlands. I was pulling for you, Dieter. I was pulling for you. Taking that risk coming in early. Because, I mean, there wasn't too many options at that point. Yeah, I think Elvenkind might have been on the first slide I had up, if I remember correctly. I think that was one of the pictures I put up. All right. Number 14, we have another wondrous item. This one being very rare. Oh, let me reset everything real quick. All right. And I don't see any typing going on. I imagine there wouldn't be. So. Uses an action to speak its command word. So this magic item uses an action, and you do speak a command word to use it. Seeing if anybody throws in a guess or not. All right, not seeing any texting coming in. The every clue to drop out of Widget again. There are 4 variants. There are 4 variants of this magic item. I see a typed answer. It's not locked in yet. I see someone else typing. Locked in. The first person is retyping. That and locked it in. Okay, all right, locked in. So let me mark real quick. The guys locked in at 3. I've got bad news for you, Jesse. You're not going to be happy. Carbon, I love it. And finally, before the picture, can be used to overcome high walls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jester. I was hoping, my heart, I was like, oh, please just lock it in. Just lock it in. Alright, and finally, here is the picture. Just waiting on one to see if they want to throw in an answer. Going once, going twice. I probably too. Dieter got it in. Number 5 there. I see it. You're good. That's a no. Horseback got it right. And then, yeah, Dieter got it right. Yeah. I could have, honestly, I should have used something outside of D&D for this one. Like, referencing Aladdin somehow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jesse. It hurt my heart, I'm telling you. As soon as you started to backspace it, I was like, no, no, keep it. All right. This magic item is a wondrous item, and its weight never changes. This magic item is a wondrous item, and its weight never changes. One of my players bought a moss carpet from a friend. All right. Number 2. It was printed in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Its weight never changes, and it was printed in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. All right. It takes a bonus action to use it. This one's fun. This one I like. All right, I don't see any texts coming in. Oh, all right, Dieter, I got you at number 3 there. Because I might have went a little fast, too. All right. Is a cloak that changes style, color, etc. Horseback, that's what I was laughing at earlier, by the way. That was the only reason I was like, no. There we go. We got answers coming in. We got answers. Yeah. Literally, widgets, the one that Horseback said earlier. And that is a snapshot of a part of it. I went too soon. Yeah, that's why earlier I knew that you were kidding, but I was also laughing because I knew that it was coming up anyway. So everyone did get that correct. Most of you at number 4. Although Dieter did get it at number 3. All right. Clear text, clear buzzers. All right. Was that in Icefire Peak? I feel like I got gypped out of items. I don't remember that being in there either. Oh, you know what? Isn't in Dragons of Icefire Peak, aren't the items like randomly chosen from like a list? I think they are. I haven't read the book because I was a player, but I remember I think that the DM told me that they were like randomly picking them or something, but that might have just been them. I don't know. So we've got another wondrous item, and it requires attunement from any class. So I will leave this up for just a couple seconds in case anyone wants to just go for it and wing it. Shoot for that 10-pointer. Yep, I used the card for item ideas. Got it. Got it. All right, is about an inch across. So it's a wondrous item that requires attunement, and is about an inch across. No texts coming in here. Going once, going twice. All right. Starts with 36 charges. Jester, I saw you just started typing right when I clicked next. It's up. Feel free to let me know if you were locked in at 2 or 3. Let's see. Horse Smack coming in at 3. Alright. Jesse, 3. Okay. Yeah, also, sorry. I switched between Jester and Jesse because I see it's all different versions of it. Widget is in. Alright. Takes an action to use one of 6 possible effects. Takes an action to use one of 6 possible effects. I actually thought about adding this one into my current campaign. It's a fun one. Carbon. All right. And finally, the image. So, what I think this item should do, in my opinion, is you should have to roll it. And whatever side lands straight up, like something happens like that. Instead of physically pressing in on a side. Dieter, I got you locked in. All right. Here we go. Oh, is it? Yeah. Like, that's totally how I would use it, just to make it more fun and random. Yes, this is the Cube of Force. So each side requires 1 to 6 charges to use, or 1 to 5 charges to use, and then it's, I think, 0 charges to disband it on the one side. Is that how you're supposed to use it anyway? Am I just imagining that you were supposed to press a button in? Or press a side in? 1 second. Might just be a minute. That can be pressed. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I would totally use it if I brought it in. So, I've got everyone caught up there. Good there. We are on 17, so there are 4 more magic items left. Now, remember, for each point that you get, you're going to get 3 gold at the end of this over in the Discord. So, if you feel like you want to start winging it, you are more than welcome to. But it might be more worth it to wait and get the extra gold anyway. So, we have clue number 1. It is a legendary wondrous item. We've got another legendary. Oh, I gotta clear and reset. Alright. Alright, I don't see any text coming in. It is made of ivory or vellum. Vellum? Vellum? I don't know how to say that. Ivory or vellum. Widget part 3. I'm sorry, Widget. I wish I had a better system. Oh. We've got one locked in. We've got 2 more. Oh, we've got another one locked in. We've got another one typed up, but not locked in yet. Next clue. 25% of them are larger. Horseback locked in at... I think you locked in at 2 before I swapped on. Oh, widget part 3 dropped out. Like, okay, vellum. Got it. I don't even know what is vellum. While I see if widget wants to chime in. What is Vellum? Because he's the only one I think left that we're waiting on. Yeah, Widget, honestly, if you just want to type it in the YouTube chat, that's totally up to you. Contains up to 22 cards. Fine parchment made originally from the skin of a calf. Interesting. Yeah, Widget, you got it. You can just let me know when you would have had that locked in. It is the deck of many things. I should have waited for clue 3. Yeah, I saw you winging it with that robe there, which is funny because when I didn't remember what this was, when that first clue came up, that robe, the robe of the Archmagi, was the first thing I thought of. Oh, you did get it wrong. I just saw deck of, and then I stopped reading what you were typing because I just assumed you had it. Oh no. That's funny. Alright, clear. 3 more items left. This magic item is an armor that weighs 45 pounds. So we've got our first armor. It's not many magic items that are armor. That is a set, by the way. Is the armor set. Alright. Going once, going twice. It requires attunement. I don't know if that helps any of your guesses or not. Clue 3 was typically where I at least gave you some kind of definitive clue. Alright, I don't see any typing coming in. Has disadvantage on stealth checks. This one's difficult because, I mean, there's really there's not much magic armor given out typically in the campaigns, so. Nobody yet. All right. Oh, we've got one coming in. All right, let me lock in that real quick. Made of the protective hide of a dragon. Made of the protective hide of a dragon. I see someone typing. I see Widget dipped out again. I mean, honestly, Widget, if you want, if it's easier, and all of you really, if you just want to wait, I mean, I believe all of you. It's no big deal. You can, after I reveal the picture, you can type in your answer in YouTube and just say when you locked it in, or when I reveal the answer. Sorry. All right, Dieter is locked in. Oh. We got one more coming out. I was just about to go to the next answer, too. All right. And a picture of it. And it is the dragon scale male. So, yeah, Widget, you can just let me know when at the end when you locked it in and what your answer was. And in the meantime, the second to last question. We are back to a wondrous item. And I'm waving the white flag. This wondrous item can be used only once. Only one time. Oh. Alright. No one typing in any answers yet. It can affect multiple creatures. This one's an interesting one. Honestly, I won't say too much. I'll wait. I'll wait. It resembles very fine sand. I'm not seeing any typing in yet. Did we stump you again? You gain... Oh. Jester, I got you in at number 3 there. Got you locked in at 3. Gain invisibility for 2d4 minutes. Alright, yeah, we got the answers coming in now. And Widget, you are the last one. So you're good to answer whenever at this point. And here is the image. And you can say when you would have locked it in. So the other 3 did all get it right. Now, I have never even, like, used this, seen it used, or anything. I have seen a picture of it before. I'm done guessing. I've seen a picture of it before, but I had no idea what it was. So, but I thought it was very interesting, and I thought that that definitely stands out, that little bottle that it comes in. So, yeah, the other 3 did get it right. The last one. The last one. Requires attunement. Any class. Oh, let me reset everything. See if anyone wings it on this one. Give it a moment. Alright. It says... Oh, it says it comes in a packet. Says it comes... maybe it does come... Yeah, I don't know why the picture shows it in that little angel bottle. Could have been dust off, sneezing, and choking. Autocorrect is killing you. Sorry, Horseman. Requires a sacrifice to use. Changes alignment to neutral evil. So when you attune to this magic item, it changes your alignment to neutral evil. Alright, I'm not seeing any typing coming in yet. Okay. Pairs well with a specific eye. All right, we got one. We got one coming in. Locked that one in. Widget, would you like to guess on this one at the end? Oh, we got another one coming in. All right. And the goggles of Bill Gates. All right. And Jester locking in at number 5 there. All right. It is the Hand of Vecna. So you have to attune to this magic item, lop off your own hand to have this one take over. And then you can also get Vecna's eye and take your own eye out and put this thing in. It's like a whole thing. For those of you, I didn't watch Vox Machina I didn't watch Critical Role's Vox Machina, but if you've seen any of like the big clips when they had, I can't remember the guy's name, the guest that came on and they defeated Vecna, he just lopped off his own hand, put it on, and just disappeared. He just basically came into Critical Role, took Vecna's hand, and disappeared. So that was really funny. All right, so let me put in who got these right. And then we'll go over scores here. All right, so note to self, don't use that Cosmo Buzz again, even though that's what I practiced with it the other night to make sure it worked, but I don't know. All right, so if we scroll back over here, we have the points as follows. Carbon got 17, Widget with 34, Horsemack with 41, Jesse 54, and Dieter 43. Yeah, I can see his face. Yeah, and he actually, if you've seen there's like a table build. He paid someone to build a massive table for him, and it was so beautiful. The woodworking on it was insane. But yeah, it was just this literal like custom the table was so big. It's huge. So yeah, so basically all of these are it's 3 gold for every point that you got. So like Widget, you'll be getting around 90 to 100. Horsemack closer to 120, and Jesse closer to 150 because you needed more gold apparently. And then yeah, Dieter 120. Carbon, I don't know if you're in the. Yes, Joe. I think I'm pretty sure that's the name. Yeah, Carbon, I don't know if you're over there or not, but if you are, we'll get you your coins too. So, Underground continues. So for first, second, and third, I was just thinking like an additional 50, 30, and 10. I wasn't going to do a whole lot. So, I'll just get that added to you so you can continue on your Underground. So, second place will be Dieter, and third will be Horsemack. So, you'll get a few extra points there. Gold, I mean. Not point, like not 50 extra points, so not 150 extra gold. It's 50 extra gold. So yeah, that was just some casual trivia I was throwing together the other night. I thought it'd be fun to see what people actually know about magic items, because I find that like maybe the DMs know, but players don't necessarily. You get a few items every campaign, but that's about it. Like a lot of these I knew just from reading through the Dungeon Master's Guide, like seeing what items I wanted to add. And so I spent the time reading a lot of the different items. So, yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting to see who knew what. So, yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't really have anything else planned. We can sit and chat. I can change the music to something a little more upbeat. We can talk about the new updates. You guys can tell me what you want out of the Discord bot, because there's a ton of updates we have the opportunity to make. Nimbian's been talking about I could potentially start adding some Heroes Haven stuff to that. I got a lot of stuff I got to add over on my Patreon. I wish I could refund the past month to everybody, because I haven't really done anything over there. No, that's not too trap. No. What was I doing last time? I don't know. Let's go funky. Yeah, a little fun. Did better with Darn Boots of Elvenkind. Nah, I don't want funk. Nope. It's not what I wanted. Let's go with, I don't know, pick a style. Let's go health and fitness. That's got to be like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so, yeah. So, Nimbian was talking about, you've done everyone. Yeah, I mean, like, I have been putting in a lot of time into that, and so, like, I'm still putting in a lot of effort into the community, quote unquote, but I know there's a lot of people on Patreon that came over for like Heroes Haven stuff and stuff like that. And so I feel bad that I haven't actually been putting anything up there. I have stuff lined up to put up there. I just haven't had time to put it up there. So, yeah, I just feel bad. That's all. If I could refund it, I would. I don't know how to do that. I have disadvantage on health and fitness. Ever since I've had my second kid, same. And I used to be part of a kickball league that we had. That was like my weekly activity. I loved it. Like the league was so much fun. And then out of nowhere, it just disbanded. They just never came back. And so there went my one weekly guarantee I was getting out on a Thursday night to go be active and do something fun. So, meh. But yeah, so Nimbian was talking about actually being able to add some Heroes Haven stuff onto the website now, because now that it's more than just a web page and we can actually add like site information, he was talking about maybe something from Heroes Haven, like you'll be able to click through and see the different people that run Heroes Haven. So there will be like a page on Craig, and you'll get like an image of him and like a backstory and stuff like that. So you'll be able to go through and see the different tenants of Heroes Haven, which I thought was a really good idea. And I'm sure there's a lot more that we can go with on it. It's got me through a lot of time. Yeah, Dieter, I hope things are getting better. I remember you bringing that up a little bit. I think that was you that had brought it up. So I'm glad that I could help take your mind off it. I'm glad we all could. But yeah, hopefully things are all right. But yeah, jonesing for some Heroes Haven stuff personally. Yeah, honestly, I'm jonesing for a Heroes Haven session. He's fine. Good. Glad you. I feel like things have to get way better when you're home and you're comfortable and you're out of that stupid hospital setting. So yeah, hopefully it's parabolic. Parabolic, I think is the word. But yeah, glad I could be a part of it and help out to the best of my capabilities. That's why I subscribed to Satchemon. Has definitely kept me around. Yeah, it was kind of 50-50, especially when I put out that poll to see what people came for. It was kind of 50-50 between Satchemon and Heroes Haven. Heroes Haven just kind of happened to overtake everything Satchemon, because Brian's been helping me on that end and kind of doing the digital aspect of things. The reason Heroes Haven stuff is kind of hard is because I also put out the YouTube videos for that. So there's like a second aspect to that, and I haven't put out a YouTube video in like a month now. So, but good news regarding YouTube videos. I did get the wood. I went with red oak. I got the wood for the digital map display that I plan on building and getting a video of me building that. So the wood is in. I still got to get a TV for it. But yeah, hopefully I've got a crazy next few weeks. Obviously, my son's birthday this weekend. I'll be out of town the following weekend. And then there's something else the weekend after that I don't remember what it is. So I've got a crazy busy next couple weekends. But hopefully I can start getting that recorded. And I still have to reach out to the local game store and just see if they'd be down with me just giving it away to somebody there, having a fun night of it. Happy birthday. Thanks, Horseback. Yeah, I did tell him all the people that said happy birthday. I went through it, and just the people that mentioned it at all in the Satchemon thing. I showed him, and he liked looking at the different emojis and stuff. So, I love my digital screen. Yeah, me too. It's a game changer. I know. I was talking with Jesse actually last night, and we were talking about the screens and how I love 3D models, and like terrain looks so good, and I know why people love it. It's just I never have any place to store it, so that's where the screen really takes over and comes in handy. Same thing with like a Fog of War. It's so hard to do a Fog of War with the 3D terrain that like guarantees people aren't going to see what's coming up. So that's just the benefit of the screens, but it's not as immersive as the 3D stuff. I want to build one of those here. It would save me a lot of time printing, cutting, and taping. That is exactly why I built it, because I was wasting so much money on ink. Then in my head, I had those big 4-foot maps printed, and I paid $100. What was it? I think I paid $150 for those or something like that. I had 4 maps printed that took up my whole table. and then I planned on using, and I was just gonna draw on them, but I spent like $150 on that, and I built the TV for like $225, $250, something like that, and I was like, I wish I had just saved the money in the first place. I mean, I like that I have the maps, they're cool, but yeah, in the long run, if you're printing maps and you're using ink, it's cheaper to build a TV one instead. Currently using an old computer to monitor for digital maps, only 21 inches, I need a bigger one. Yeah, I can see that being an issue. Yeah, you get everybody nice and close though, snuggle together. Are you using miniatures on it, or are you just using the digital like tokens and stuff? 1,000 times yes. Yeah, I think the TV that I'm gonna go with for the one that I'm building for this one, I think will be a 42 inch. It'll be a 42 inch or whatever the highest 30 inch one is. I don't know what that is. Because I went with, I think the TV that I put on my table was a 51 inch, because it's a 4-foot square, so I had that space to work with. So whatever the closest TV to being 4 feet wide was, that was what I went with. But that's a bit excessive for people that don't have like the big game table to work with, so I was going to go a little smaller for people. Using minis, but I think we'll have to switch to just digital tokens until I can get a bigger screen. Yeah, or just print really tiny minis. You know, well, I guess if you're not printing the minis, I didn't think about that. If you're buying the minis, I guess they don't sell really tiny ones. So yeah, look forward to that video. That'll be coming out. I'm actually really excited because it's nice weather out. I love being in the workshop. I just never have time to do it. And now that I've added this on my plate, for good, I enjoy it. But now that I've added this, it's even less time. So the fact that I'll be able to combine the two, and just give you guys a little sneak peek of what my workshop looks like outside. I don't have a 3D printer yet. Highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. It really, the 3D printing community, in my opinion, is just as helpful and welcoming as the D&D community. Like, the amount of files that are free, the amount of people that are out there that will just answer questions for you all day, just because the 3D printing community is amazing. So I highly recommend it to anyone, and you know, it's so versatile. There's so much you can do with it. I made mine with a 49 inch, about to make one with a 65 inch. Sheesh, that's awesome. First off, that you even have a table to put that on. But that is amazing. 3D terrain on a digital screen can't be beat. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. That just having the digital screen for all the times you don't have what you want. But then when you have the 3D models to add to the terrain, to give you both the vibrance of the screen with the added immersive feature of the 3D terrain. Oh yeah, combining the two is amazing, and you'll be able to do plenty of that with a 65-inch TV. So, I guess I'll get your opinion. I've been trying to decide how I want to give the TV away. So here's what I envision the scenario being. I think the local game store has nights where they have a whole bunch of people come play D&D, like different sessions happening all over. And I would like to see if they would allow me to give this away at the beginning of that, before everyone dives into their campaigns and everything, because I don't want to interrupt what everyone has going on. So I would like to get there early on. But my question is, how do you guys think would be the best way to give the TV away? I will say what I've thought so far, and it's not the whole thing, but I think that rolling a nat 20 has to be involved. Like, I don't know what I would do to get to that point, like how I select the order of people that would get chosen and whatnot, but I think that whoever wins it, like you roll a d20, if it's a 20, you get it. So that's where I'm at. I don't know much more than that yet. You can send that 49 inch my way when you get the 65 finished. You're gonna have to Horsemack, you're gonna have to give Jesse, he really only dabbles in gold pieces in the Satchemon discard, so you're gonna have to probably give him a good like 10,000 gold over on Discord for that. He doesn't accept real money. yeah, so I'm excited to do that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't see why the game store would have an issue with it. I mean, I'm not doing anything other than giving something away. Based on the groups, whatever group has the best attendance gets the TV over a month. They're all just fighting for it. I don't want to have to worry about it, to be honest. Once I give it away, enjoy. I'm forgetting about it at that point. But it would be, I mean, if the store wanted to handle it that way, they're more than welcome to do that too. If they want to, like, hand it off. Man, can you imagine the first person that drops it, taking it home, and ruins it for everyone? Whew. They would not be the crowd favorites, that's for sure. I think I'm going to engrave on the side of it. Let's see. Sell tickets for a chance to win the TV. Donate to charity. Every ticket gets a roll. Nat 20 wins. If multiple of 20s, the people with 20s roll again. Highest roll wins. I love the charity idea, honestly. That would be super cool. I would have to double check that the store would be cool with that. But yeah, like I have no intentions of making anything off of this. So yeah, like I think getting money for it to donate somewhere would be great. I was also thinking it would be really cool to find a dice company that would just offer like a set of dice for me to use, and then like either the winner could keep them or something, however they would want to do it. But it would be cool to like be sponsored by a local dice maker or something and have everyone roll that D20, and then if that D20 hits, then they could use that. Ties on D20, move to roll a D100. Yeah, I've got that big metal D100. Ugh, that'd be fun. Roll it. No one's ever actually rolled a D1 or 100 on it yet, so maybe it happens then. Could you imagine? Could you imagine rolling a nat 20 to get you into the tiebreaker and then rolling a 100? Man, at that point, you've earned everything. Yeah, I like the charity idea. I'll have to think about that. I don't really know what charity I would choose either. The thing is, I have like, so I was a camp counselor. Like I've always loved working with kids, so I feel like whatever it would be would have to be kid related. You get 2 TVs then, yeah. Yeah. I'll make the second TV, you just gotta pay for the stuff for it. Yeah, I think on the side of it, I might have mentioned it before, but I think I want to engrave, like, you know how on the back of cars sometimes they have like the stick figure family? I kind of want to do the same thing, but with dice. And so I'll engrave like a D20 that's bigger than the others, and then maybe like a D12 that's a little less, and then make the other ones kind of small and kind of trail off. So I think I would definitely want to do that. And I don't know what else. I was trying to think of like some other fun stuff to do with it. But I think the way I'm going to work the video, I want it to be... So I've watched a couple other people's videos, and a lot of times where I see in the comments people have issue is that the person making it has a lot of tools, and you know it's not really feasible for the average person. And I definitely fall into that category where I'm fortunate enough to, over the years, I've built up this workshop, and then I had like for like a year I actually did a little woodworking company, so I have a lot of tools, but I want to still do it in a way that anyone can do it. So I think what I'm going to do is pitch it as, listen, I'm going to be giving this away, so I'm going to make it as nice as I can. It's going to be a really nice one. I'm going to use the fancy tools, but every step I'm going to show an alternative way to make this without using the tools that I'm doing. So it'll also kind of be like a, hey, here's an intro to some super cool woodworking stuff too, which I highly recommend, and I think everyone should get into because I just love woodworking. So I'll definitely do like, hey, here's a really advanced version of it, but here's how you can do it if you don't have the tools and don't want to buy them. And also, if you want to check out, I mention him all the time. I like his videos a lot. One of the people in our Discord, Double Crit Fail, he made a video recently of making a table, not just a digital screen, but a table with a TV in it. And I think even in that, he said that this was his first project. He doesn't have a workshop or anything like that. You could even see like at one point, I think he had like 2 stools that he was cutting the wood on or something like that. So he's a really good example of you know, if you want to build it, you can build it too, you know. I saw someone build one with a T-track routed into the sides for accessories. That's genius. I'm a big fan of T-track. You guys will actually see in the video when I eventually put it out. I have a big assembly table, and on there I have T-track running all throughout it. I'm a big T-track fan. There is so much you can do with it. Wizards of the Coast partner with them to bring D&D into classrooms. Here's the thing, though. I personally, I'm not invested enough to have any cares whatsoever about Wizards of the Coast, and I know they had a big setback last year when they kind of went against the community. I did not dive into that. I didn't really pay attention to it, but like I always get nervous to try and even like do things that would like involve them or side with them, because I don't want the community to think that I'm siding with the man. So maybe I'll find like a local one. Somebody local that'll bring it into the classrooms. Can we get a link to that video from? Yeah. It is its own separate organization. Oh, it's called Wizards of the Coast. I'm confused. There. Who's not part of Wizards of the Coast? The Sorcerers of the Shoreline can be sort of shifty. Yeah, let me grab that link from Double Crit Fail real quick. Yeah, DIY TV gaming table. Share a link. Share. Copy. And paste it. Oop. Yeah, so that's his video. He built it without like the workshop and all the fancy tools or anything. So yeah, and I think it came out great. And it has a really funny, I'm not going to spoil it. It has something really funny that happens at the same time. No problem. So yeah, I had thought about too, like, so I could add like some fancy stripes down the middle of it. I'm trying to think of like some other stuff that I could do. I don't want to go too crazy, because I also, like, if I ever want to get a YouTube video out, I gotta do something. And the more I add to that project, the longer it's gonna take. But yeah, I think I want to engrave something down the side of it too, besides just a little stick figure. Dice family. Oh, get your hype. So yeah, and I've been supposed to put out the Heroes Haven video on Knox Banking and Brokerage. That's most likely going to be the next video I get out. Is this the video with the TV problem? Yes, Horsemack it is. I will say he took it with stride, and I can imagine the heart drop when that happened. So yeah, good on him. Yeah, so Knox Banking and Brokerage, that's my next video that'll be coming out most likely. And then after that one, I'll probably do Spencer's and the Hardened Hammer at the same time as the same video. And then I have the TV video. And then I also want to do a video talking about the different programs that I use. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to be having Look It or whatever that buzzer one that I just those programs are out. Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, he had quite the issue with his TV. I felt bad. Yeah, I'm down with this song. It sounds kind of like there's a song called Ruckus. It was, if anyone played Fortnite, and I will openly admit that Fortnite took over my life for like 2 or 3 years when it came out. At the end of Chapter 1, when like a whole new season, it was the very first time they went to a new season. In the intro, you were like on the bus, and there was this song playing in the background, and it got hype as you went running out the back of the bus and leaped out and went skydiving. And it was called Ruckus. I can't remember who it's by, but I still listen to that song today. It is such a hype song, but it sounded like that beat that was just on there. I still play with my kids. Yeah, and I know a couple of my buddies still play. I stopped playing when... For me, it was when it was so enthralling when they had the story, like obviously the rocket and all that stuff that happened in the beginning, and they were bringing clues into the real world as to what the story was all about. I thought all of that was so cool, but then they started never giving answers to any of the questions that they created. And then they started partnering with all these people and trying to include them in the story, and it made absolutely no sense. And they still never answered any questions. And so for me, they really started to lose me there. And then they started adding in a whole bunch of stuff that, like, it didn't feel like original Fortnite to me anymore. And then I started picking up a whole bunch of stuff in D&D. So it just kind of like, I dropped off really fast from Fortnite and just picked up on D&D. So, but no, I have nothing against Fortnite. They just lost my interest, so it was off. I'm gonna go grab a drink, another drink. I'll be right back. Push me out real quick. Ugh. Ah! Alright. Oh, I got a new... I might have already told you guys this. I got a new drafting chair because I sit so high above my DM screen. I'm so hyped about it. Background state. Oh, yeah, let me... I got this off of Pixabay, I think, is what it's called. I don't know. I just liked it. I was looking for like a cottage vibe, so it's the first one that popped up. Dog says, "Hey, hi. What's going on? Is that the youngest, Jesse? I think I'm gonna head out to play some video games. Good night, Horsemac. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Well done on the trivia tonight. I'll get your gold in ASAP. Yeah, the 8-year-old. Cool. Well, I say hello to her as well if she's watching. Hello. I hear that you are playing D&D, which is awesome. I want my son to play. He's so close. I'm going to start doing some little stuff with him. I was going to say something. Man, I'm losing my memory. I'm losing it. Man, I got to wash my hat. Look at this. Look at a stain. Get this cleaned up. God, golly. Getting on here looking like this. So let me see. Let me pop over to the Discord actually. So I don't owe anyone gold, right? Like the cap I wear. Oh yeah, this is definitely from me doing something, some kind of activity. I don't know what, but yeah. So yeah, I think I might have talked about it the other night or something. But for those of you who are here that weren't here, the event that I want to do. Actually, I'll get your guys' opinion because I may have already asked for some of your opinions, and I know I was talking to somebody. I was getting some good thoughts on it, but my thought on what I want to do for the event. So Brian actually came up with the initial idea, which was like a boss battle idea, which I thought was great. So essentially, like the other event where you do the mass pull, you keep pulling cards, but instead of building your collection and getting trying to be the one to get the highest value collection, instead you will all be collectively working together to defeat whatever the boss is, and the value of the card is how much damage you do. So we were trying to figure out what the best options are for this, and the original plan with Brian's thoughts were that we would do it during the live stream, and so we would try and guesstimate, you know, what the best amount of health would be and go from there. My problem morally, internally, not a problem with that, is that, oh yeah, because I updated the coming soon, yeah, the updates channel, the coming soon and the updates. My problem with that morally is that there are a few people, I get it almost every time, there are a few people that miss my live streams that chime in later, they comment and they say, you know, bummed I couldn't be there, because they're in different time zones and stuff. So what I really want to do is some kind of live event that goes over a 24-hour period to include anyone that wants to be a part of it. And so I thought this would be a good idea, or a good chance to do that. I could make the health pretty high, try and estimate it for how many people I think might join in, and have it go that 24-hour period. And if you don't defeat it by the end, we'll see what happens. But if you do, whenever that happens, then, you know, it's over. The event will end at that point. I'll be able to come in and end the event. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. Brian and I were kind of talking. We're not sure if people will even take the time to do it over that 24-hour period. I'll definitely do it live for sure. And I know that I will continue to do it once I'm off the live. Make us go through all the monsters that are currently in Satchemon. Yeah, I'm imagining someone dedicates the entire 24-hour period and they literally pull every single card. So I guess I'll get your thoughts. Do you think that the 24-hour period is worth it? Number one, like, do you think that people will do it? Or do you think that once I get off the live stream, no one's going to do anything about it? Or do you think that, you know, it'll be fun to have the option to come in? And before I finish that, I guess I'll throw in my other thought that Brian still has to confirm whether or not it's even a possibility. But my thought is I want to add one card to every CR, and it would be like a treasure card. And so every card would have a value in gold pieces. Really low for the CR 1/8, like 0.1 gold. And then it'll kind of grow exponentially because the cards are harder to get the higher up they are. It'll kind of grow exponentially. And then the CR 30 card, my thoughts were either 100 gold or a free card pulling token. One of the two. I'm leaning towards the card pulling token because I think that alone would draw people in to keep pulling, knowing that you have the opportunity to maybe get a free pack of cards, depending on what it is. And so I'll have all these in, and if you pull that treasure card, now granted, so that doesn't mean that if you pull a CR 30 card, you're going to get that treasure card. It could be any of the other CR 30s. But if you happen to get that one, you get that treasure when it's over. So realistically, if you keep the incentive to keep pulling is that you always have a chance of pulling a card that will get you gold. So that's my thought in like making people want to continue to do it over that 24-hour period. And then finally, Brian's idea, which I really liked, whether we did it the short period or not, is that whoever does the most damage, they would get something, some amount of gold or whatever. Whoever does the most attacks, because as we know from the people like myself who have a pretty high number of cards in my collection, it doesn't always equate to value and damage. So whoever does the most number of attacks, the most dedicated person to attacking this monster, they'll get something. And then whoever deals the final blow. So like, I imagine that as people see the health getting down really low, they all come in to try and get that final blow. I have to call into work that day. I can already see it. Jesse's coming out with 1 million gold. But I think then at that point, all three of those people would get hero cards. So if the event works how I want it to, we would have 3 hero cards coming out rather than just having the one that we have. You would actually have to work to collect these ones. So that's my thought on how it would work. I still got to discuss with Brian, see if all of that's feasible, if any of it's feasible. He tends to say all the time that it's feasible. It's just the amount of work going into it that matters. Maybe max pulls per hour per person. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. Honestly, it might be good for everyone's sanity. if I set a limit for you, so that way you come in, you pull, I don't know, 30 times or something. Maybe a title for all who participate. Not a bad idea. Another title, that'd be a good one. There will be a promo card, for sure. Still have to be dedicated, but not crazy, yeah. Now, so here's the issue, though. to go along with the reasoning behind maybe not doing that, maybe not setting a limit. This is really loud. Sorry if this is loud to you guys. It's loud to me. I gotta turn that down, and then I can, because I can't hear myself think. Oh, I shouldn't have turned that up for you, actually. I don't think. There we go. So yeah, so the issue I foresee with that, and the reason I may not actually set a timer, is because I'm going to try to estimate the number of people that are coming in and set the health accordingly. And I imagine that obviously there are going to be some people that might start off and then trail off and stop. And it allows the other people that want to be dedicated and really commit to make up for the people that come in and then end up not doing anything. And gives that opportunity to still kill the boss. So, I don't know. I have no idea. Again, this is all just on the table. I really don't have any plan yet. All the things. There's Instant Club in the stream. So, let me see. Max per hour was still that, I think. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely, I have to go, like, calculate. So, for example, the max pool that we did last time, the top 3 were all right around 30,000 in collection value. And that was over an hour and a half. So, obviously, I say obviously, there may be one. But I'm going to stick to my obviously. Obviously, no one's going to dedicate 24 hours concurrently straight through. So it's not like it's 30,000 times whatever 1.5 divides into 24. I realistically imagine several hours from a couple people. You know what I mean? Maybe like 2 or 3 hours. So I was thinking about, like, you know, maybe doing like 20,000 times 2 or 3. So like, let's just average it at 50,000 per person that I think is going to be a part of it. And so in the mass pool event, I had 17 people join in, but obviously some of them tailed off, but then some of them made the 30,000. So I have to try and estimate the math from there, but then from there I can maybe say, okay, if I add a timer, you know, let's allow it so that way the timer still gives plenty of time if they come back over a few hours to do the damage they want to do. So I've got a 16-year-old and 10-year-old to pay for shifts. And see, I love that. I love it. Like, I could make this HP like 1,000,000 and just see if people dedicate enough. Realistically, I mean, we could use this to try and get as many people to come into the Discord as possible. Like, you reach out to all your buddies, say, look, you don't even have to stick around to the Discord. And then who knows, maybe they'll fall in love and stick around. But just get all these new people, just a wave of people coming in just to beat the boss. Because I feel like there's got to be some kind of bonus for everyone for beating the boss. Maybe not a major one, kind of like when you do when you sue a major company like Walmart, and like, you know, 3 million people get to disperse whatever the thing is, so everyone ends up getting like $2. I'm all in already. Ordered my energy drinks and a case of ramen. Moves the microwave next to desk. So, yeah, I think, honestly, the problem is I'm going to be pretty dedicated, too. So I may have to take off work. Who knows? Maybe I say screw it, and I do my first, like, 24-hour stream. Class action boss battle. All right. I got to find out. Okay, you know what? I am down with the new role. That, just naming it, that gave me an idea, widget. And you're the one that thought of just giving everyone a role, too. I'm down with a role for everyone that participated if the boss is defeated. And I feel like I have to base the title around class action boss battle because that's hilarious. But if the boss doesn't get defeated, the role doesn't exist. But if the boss gets defeated, anyone who participated, they get the role. And maybe like a minimum damage. I won't make it high, but like you can't just come in, do one pull, and then call it a day. Finger exercises in progress now. Totally, if the boss doesn't die, no honor for you. Yeah. Like, you know, you didn't even kill him. That's hilarious. I'm in. Feels like an MMO raid. Yeah, and I think that's where Brian got the idea, I think. And I fell in love immediately. I thought it was great. Because we are always like looking for just new things. We don't want to make anything stale. Like I don't want to do a mass pull event every single time. I like them, but I don't want it to do the same thing over and over again. So I definitely liked the idea when he mentioned it. So that's cool. So I think I'm leaning more towards the 24-hour period. I think it'll be nice to give everyone a chance to be involved for once. And maybe I won't do like a really long stream, but maybe I'll do 2 concurrent within that 24-hour period, if I can. So that'll be kind of fun. I'll have to talk to Brian about getting those cards in. So the issue with it, and the reason that it could be a problem for those of you who don't do bot stuff on Discord, just like I really don't, but he's kind of explained it to me. It is currently the event channel as well as the regular pool channel. Both pull from the same data set. So there's a whole data set of all the different cards, and basically when you pull, it does a random number and it pulls it out of there. When you type in the event channel, it pulls a random number and it pulls from the same data set. The difference is it's putting it into 2 different collections. Your event collection, which we erase after the event, and then your regular collection for the pool cards. The issue with adding those cards then, clearly, is that it now becomes available in the pool cards channel. So for us to add those cards, I think, my understanding, is that Brian has to go add a whole second data set, basically of the same exact cards, just for the event channel, but then add in the extra cards, and then adjust the code within the event channel to not pull from the regular one, but to pull from this one. So he has said that he's pretty sure it's doable. He can definitely do it. It's just, I don't know what amount of work goes into that. So that's where the issue arises for that. But I think that I really want that because I think it's going to keep people in. Just my thought. Just my thought. And speaking of keeping people in and getting people in, I emailed a whole bunch of bigger creators. Sorry, just checking to make sure. I emailed a whole bunch of bigger creators, not asking for any kind of feature or anything or like a shout out. Honestly, I just emailed a whole bunch of creators asking if they wanted to come join the community and just be like, hey, you know, we are just looking for fun people that love D&D to join. You know, I even told him, I was like, look, I'm not making any money off of this. I'm not charging for anything. But I think it would be really cool to just have people that clearly love the game come join in. And if you guys know D&D Shorts, I'm sure that at least a couple of you do. D&D Shorts actually did email me back. And he was just like, you know, hey, super swamped with 1D&D coming out, and he's got his own book coming out and stuff like that. He said, but, you know, if I get some time, I'll come give it a check. And then recommended that I put it up on Reddit. It sounds like a perfect Reddit idea, which I'll get to in a second because I have been thinking about that. But then I also had another big creator. Oh my gosh, I keep thinking of the name. So you guys may have seen them join in. It was Twig. Twig actually runs a D&D campaign on YouTube. They're the DM, and their group, I guess, is the one that I don't remember who emailed me back from that, but they said that, hey, sounded super cool, and so then Twig came over and checked it out and stuff. But actually, I watched some of their campaign. They animate it. I think they're relatively newer, but they already have like over 40,000 subscribers, and they should. Their stuff's really good. So highly recommend checking them out. They have good stuff over there. Could we do it like a kickstart, a scale that as much damage gets different? If max damage is done, everyone gets a pool. Jesse, I'm just not understanding the message. A scale. Oh, this much damage gets different tiers of prizes. If max damage is done, everyone gets pool. Okay, I understand now. Got it. I had to decipher a little bit there. Yeah, no, that's an option. Honestly, I'm going to come back and literally like write down these ideas just to discuss with Brian and see which way we want to go with it. But yeah, I that's cool too. I like it. So yeah, we'll see. I think I emailed like 30 creators or something like that. So, you know, I know they're busy. and I don't want to like be annoying to them or anything, but I don't know, that'd be cool to invite them. So, but then yeah, back to the Reddit thing. I really want to make a post in Reddit, but I mentioned it, messaging about it, I think maybe yesterday or something, but just that Reddit can be so fickle, and if like the D&D community over on Reddit thinks that I'm just trying to draw people over to like my YouTube or my Patreon and get them paying for things, I will immediately get like, it will backfire, you know what I mean? And that's not what I'm trying to do. I think that if I can get it to get some traction in the D&D subreddit, just that, hey, I'm not trying to do anything like that. We just want people to come over to the community to build like the number of collectors and trade. I think that'd be a really good way to at least get more people in and have more options for trade. So whenever I do want to do it, whenever I decide to do that, I think it would be cool to get a lot of the people that are in the D&D or in the Satchemon server to come in and just be honest. Just say what you want about the Satchemon server. You know what I mean? And just say, you know, hey, like, you know, either like, hey, I like what they're doing, this is a lot of fun, or yeah, it's definitely in their early works, like they're working on this has some issues. Like, I don't mind. Like, I feel like honesty is respected over on Reddit more than just hyping it up. But at least if I can get a whole bunch of people to comment on it, I think it'll prevent it from being buried in the because the new posts just fly. So whenever I do that, I gotta reach out to everyone and just say, hey, feel free to go comment on it if you'd like. Because that's the best way I know to reach out to the largest community, I think. I've tried Facebook. Facebook's difficult. I feel like Facebook is very secluded, small groups. But yeah, working to build our little community here. Although, I mean, I like the close-knit feeling of it. Everybody kind of knows each other's, trading with each other. Selling underground items, you know. OT and Taco, I didn't see. Bracers of Defense, Superior Healing, Dimensional Shackles, Cobalt, Adult Bronze Dragon, Fire Elemental. Yeah, there's a lot of different growth potentials. Yeah, there's... I see how people, when they make new games, like video games and stuff like that, I see how they get overwhelmed pretty quickly with options. That you can... I can't even imagine a video game because there's unlimited options at that point. And there's kind of unlimited options here, but there's just so much possibility and trying to decipher what the... Not necessarily what the next step is, but what the best next step should be. Because there's so many different things we could do, but what is the best one for both the people that are utilizing it, as well as like what's kind of the easiest to implement and stuff like that. Might be worth making a YouTube short about Discord Satchemon stuff. It might help people understand to see it. So I agree. I actually have kind of refrained from the YouTube short stuff. Apparently, if you're doing long form, they tell you don't do the short stuff. I don't know what it is with the algorithm, but the algorithm really favors when you do one. So I've just kind of steered away from it. And honestly, like I think I've done like 2 shorts on there maybe. And I'm not even going to say they were great content. So it could absolutely just be that it wasn't good videos. But I really didn't get much on those. So I've just kind of stuck to the long form. But maybe over on TikTok, I could start like posting some stuff on there unless it gets banned. Need to be able to post the server link. Oh, can you not? I'm glad you said that. 1 second. Where's settings? Settings. How do I... I don't know how to change... I don't know how to change it over to being able to let you do that. No idea. I'll have to figure that out. If anybody has any thoughts, let me know. I know how to do it with a channel, I think. But I don't know if... So, like, if I had you be able to, for instance, share the pool cards here channel, you can't access it until you accept the rules in the I hereby decree channel. So if you're able to send the link for the pool cards here, does it first revert them to the I hereby decree channel? I don't know. Yeah, so allows members to invite new people to this server via direct invite link to this channel. But I would like to just be able to have you... But I only speak conversational Discord. No, you're good. You're good. That's clearly the same. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be in server settings. I just don't know. Default permissions. Oh, hold on. Hold on. All right. I think I got it. I don't know how you invite as a person in here, not someone who owns it. It's only good for a week? All right. Let's see if I can change that. So create invite allows members to invite people to the server. I don't think I can change the timeout on the invite. Let's see. Create invite never expires user Discord. Yeah, it says here, regular Discord servers no longer allow users to create permanent invite links. So I can create... Oh, you know what? I think I have an I know I have one in my YouTube. I could create an invite link that never expires and put it in maybe like the one of the channels up top and say like, want to invite somebody, and I'll paste that link underneath so that you can just copy and paste that at any point. And so now you'll have a link that never expires that you can share. Actually, I will do that. I'll do it in the Welcome to More DnD server. I'll put a thing that says basically that. Just want to invite somebody, and then I'll put the link underneath. Yeah. I'm glad you said that. I had no idea. I thought you guys could if you wanted to. I didn't know that was even a rule. I turned off the invites for all the channels because I didn't know how that worked as far as making someone go to the I hereby decree channel first. But I assumed that you could invite to the server. Stuff's crazy. Crazy. Too much of a learning curve. So, all right. Well, I think that I'm probably going to call it here. I will maybe make that Reddit post tomorrow. I'll start working on exactly what I want to say. And I will put a message out to the Discord like, hey, posting about this on Reddit. If you want to bring somebody in, or help out, feel free to go send in a comment and just let people know what you think about it. So, all right. Well, I appreciate y'all showing up. Sorry for the technical difficulties per usual. I'm always good for at least one or two. So, sorry about that, but I will have all of the gold put in as soon as I get a chance. I'm also trying to get Brian to give me an admin command where I can add gold so he doesn't have to go in and put it all in the database manually. But I don't have that yet, so when he gets a chance, we will get it in there. So, all right, everyone. I will talk to you over on the Discord, I'm sure. And don't forget, the shop updates in an hour and 15 minutes. It updates every midnight and noon EST now. Even if he resets the bot, doesn't matter. It's going to reset at noon and midnight every time. Same thing with your tokens. Even if he resets the bot, you'll just only get tokens at midnight EST. So, beat me to it if you can. Someone put some sleep powder. Oh, someone cast sleep on Jesse. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.